Hi guys, welcome back. It's Philly Pre. I'm back again with another K-drama review. Um, this time, this one is not a drama from this current year, 2019. This is a drama that goes back to 2018. So it's a little backstory to this. The drama is called, oh wait, looking at my notes because I want to make sure I say it right. Where is it? So sorry guys. Um, the Third Charm, I think it was, but let me find it in my notes. Because, of course, yes, The Third Charm. I was originally watching this. I was excited about it because I like the main guy lead. Um, kind of got into him from some dramas that he's done. And also because he was in, I think, at least one or two seasons of the show Roommate that used to air, which I was like a huge fan of that show. But when it first started, I watched, I think, like the first four episodes, and then it disappeared. Unfortunately, it disappeared because Drama Fever disappeared. So I was left a little distraught because I couldn't watch it, couldn't find it anywhere. Viki didn't have it, and I was just like, okay. So fast forward to recently. Vicky's had it for a little bit, but I don't think I noticed right away that Vicky had it. And then when I did, I was so wrapped up in some other dramas that I just didn't, like, couldn't add it into my queue at that point. But I was like, I gotta get back to, watching this. So Kang Joon, who was the male lead, who I adore, um, he was in this, and it was really, really quirky. He was like, he had braces, and it was just quirky, but I had only watched the first four episodes. And the story is just kind of getting going within the first four episodes. If you've watched K-dramas as much as I have, you know that. So I was just like, okay, fine. But now it's on Viki. Found it. Finally was able to find some time to add it back in to my like K-drama watching schedule, and I finished it. I'm trying not to make this review be too long. I try not to go over 10 minutes usually, but I have so much to say, and then I spent a few minutes already talking about the backstory with this one. So, long story short, if you were watching it, it's now on Viki. All episodes are up and subbed, and you can watch it. So, I had to kind of like remember. I didn't want to watch the first four episodes again because I'm like, I know I watched them. I really just want to pick up where I left off episode 5. I'm hoping things start coming back to me. And most times it does. So, it did. So here we go with the review. Let's just jump right in now. So he was kind of quirky, braces, whatever. He was just a little dorky. He had some little quirky things about him. But he ended up like kind of liking this girl, and she had her little quirkiness to her too, but she liked him. She liked working in a beauty salon. Then one day she like permed his hair. That's a whole other story. That was hilarious. So him and his perm and these braces. But anyway, then because of some occurrences, they lost touch. And fast forward, I forget how many years it was, because again, I time lapse in me watching it. And he's like a detective or police officer or something now, and she's like pretty well known, working at this really kind of swanky like hair salon, and she's making her name for herself. And they run into each other. So long story short, it's like, oh my God, I don't think he's ever really forgot about her. Not too sure about, I know he hasn't forgotten about her. Kind of was like, yeah, maybe she is, maybe she hasn't with him. Forgot about him or whatever. But they reconnect. Long story short, cut to the chase. They reconnect, and they're trying to like build a relationship, and things seem to be going good. He's so happy to have her back in his life, and he's got some side stories with some like detective work going on, and things with his job. She's got things going on with her job. She got this like best friend that's always trying to date, and then her brother, which I don't want to give that part of the storyline away, but she has this brother, and there were some things that happened with the brother, because I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, so I'm gonna leave that kind of out there, so if you watch it, you'll know. And so she's got those type of things, but things are going good. But he had, he was like the nerdy type of guy, so he has some, I would say maybe some insecurities, or like, hey, she's pretty, like, why does she like me type deal. So when some certain things happen, he gets a little upset. He could be a little like, I don't even know what, not, I won't say obsessive, but it's like, okay, calm down, dude, type deal. So they have some issues with that, and she's real like, what's the big deal? And at one point I was like on her side, like, okay, yeah, he needs to kind of tone it down a little bit. But then at the end of the day, sweetie, you are basically, let's be honest, you're the things that are going with this other guy that's like pushing up on her. You aren't really like telling him no. Like, you're telling him no, but yet you're not. And I don't have time for games. And I feel like you're playing games. And then it all boils down to, guess what? They break up. That's a huge spoiler. I know you're probably like, she didn't have to tell us that spoiler, but I'm telling you because I'm trying to cut to the chase. So they eventually break up, and they just literally go their separate ways. And life goes on, as we know in real life, and it did in the drama. And he was heartbroken. He really went through it. I don't know how much she went through it though, and I felt like, well, then did you really care? Did you really whatever? So my heart is aching for him. I mean, he had his issues, but he was a good guy. He proved how he loved you on more than one occasion. So he leaves, and of course how they do, like, he's not in Korea now, he goes somewhere else, and he decides to do something new with his life and the whole 9 yards. But there's this girl that had kind of been liking him, but he was oblivious because all he could think about was the one he liked. He was not paying her no mind. So she starts bucking, like, hey, now that you're not with nobody. And I just felt like, little girl, sit down, because you already knew his heart belonged to somebody else. And I don't understand it. If you know somebody's heart belongs to somebody else, even if they kind of, you push up on them when you think it's the perfect time, even if they start liking you, you just aren't that person. And then don't get mad later when they trying to tell you, well, because you did this to yourself. But anyway, they end up meeting back in Korea. He comes back to Korea. They've literally went on his life. He's got like stuff going on, doing well for him. Him and the girl really doing well. They're, getting to that point where they're like close to maybe like the marriage thing. And she shows up. Now her best friend is going through something really, really serious. Again, something that I'm not going to give away with that. Like, I'm not going to give away what happened with her best friend, and I'm not going to give away what was going on with her brother, because I think that's part of the storyline. I'm going to just leave, not spoil. So in any event, she's back, and they run into each other, but she's with the guy that was pushing up on her when she was with him. And I'm just like, really, Heifer? Really? So you ended up being with him anyway? So is that why you dumped my boy? Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, you know what? I hope you're not happy. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Because now I just don't like you. And come to find out, she wasn't happy. I was like, yes. But I also felt like, ooh, the reason why she wasn't happy was a little sad. So my heart kind of ached for her a little bit. And I was like, darn it to these writers that make me want to feel sorry for her. I didn't want to feel sorry for her, but I kind of feel sorry for her to a degree. But then I understood something he said. He was like, he didn't say it to her, but it was a thought that he was like, why couldn't you have been happy since you left me? Why show back up in front of me and be such a mess? And I get it. Like, you left me thinking it would be better, and look at you. You are a hot mess. And I was just like, he's so right. Like, you thought life was going to be better without me, so you should have came back and showed me better if we was going to run into each other. And then what I really didn't want to happen started to happen. He wanted to be there for her, and they kept running into each other, and his heart ached for her, and I kind of got it. And I know he never really stopped like caring for her, but I was just like, granted, I don't really like this other little chick that she with, because I don't like how she went about getting you when she knew you really still loved the other girl. And she did some real underhanded stuff, like, ooh, some little dirty stuff when she saw that they was like reconnecting and what was going on. I was like, ooh, honey. And then when he realized it, he was like basically like, I need some space from you. And I was like, yes, definitely. But all that to say is the drama was good. I know I've said a lot, but the drama was good. But the ending, and if you've ever watched any of my K-drama reviews, you know I'm a stickler for like a good ending. It don't have to be, it could be a sad ending, but I still need it to be just good. I wasn't extremely happy with the way this one ended. Probably because I'm going to be honest, because it didn't end the way I felt it should have ended. But it wasn't horrible, but I was just like, you know what, she came back a mess. Now you making his world topsy-turvy and turning his world upside down. And I guess that's the part that I hated. Don't turn his world upside down. And I agree that he's a grown man. He didn't have to turn his world upside down for you. But because of the way he's always felt about you, that's exactly what he's doing. And I was like, take your problem behind and go somewhere. Yeah, you had some things happen that shouldn't have happened, and they were horrible. And these writers did pull at my heartstrings with the things that happened to you. But for lack of a better way to say it, God don't like ugly. So you, I'm just saying. I'm going to just say that. And I'm already past the 10-minute mark. So I'm doing pretty good because I thought I was going to be like 15 minutes with this. But I found a way to say what I needed to say but not go too far over. But at the end of the day, it is a drama I feel like you should watch. I enjoyed it. It was good. Just because I really got vested in this. I mean, and I do with a lot of my dramas, but I guess maybe because it took me so long to finally find it and finish watching it, that ending, I was like, I was kind of giving it the side eye. Again, it wasn't horrible, but anyway, if you haven't watched A Third Charm, watch it. This, even though the ending I was giving a side eye, I'm still saying that it was good. I'm giving it 3 stars. I definitely feel like it's a drama that people will enjoy. And now you can find all 16 episodes on Viki. So A Third Charm on Viki, 16 episodes, 3 stars from Philly Pre. And I'm going to wrap this up and say until next time. Bye, guys.